The Return on Everything Chapter 1. The man WHO had nothing. Rain poured endlessly over the city. The cold water soaked through Kai Hunter's worn delivery jacket as he rode his old motorcycle through the crowded streets. His stomach growled. He hadn't eaten since morning. But that wasn't unusual anymore. For the last 2 years, Kai had spent nearly every waking moment working. Working for rent. Working for his family's expenses. Working for a future he dreamed of building with the woman he loved. A vibration came from his pocket. Kai quickly stopped at a traffic light and checked his phone. A smile immediately appeared on his tired face. Sophia, heavy black heart, he answered before the second ring. Hey. Sophia's sweet voice came through the speaker. Still working? Yeah. Kai laughed softly. A few more deliveries and I'm done. You work too much. I have to. Why? Kai looked ahead as the traffic light turned green. Because one day we'll have our own house. A brief silence followed. Sophia didn't respond immediately. But Kai didn't notice. His mind was already imagining that future. A small home. A stable job. A peaceful life. Nothing extravagant. Nothing luxurious. Just enough. Just happiness. After finishing the call, Kai checked his bank account. The balance wasn't impressive. Years of hard work had mostly gone toward helping his family and supporting Sophia whenever she needed it. Still, he smiled. Next month was her birthday. He wanted to buy her something special. Something she deserved. The motorcycle suddenly jerked. Then sputtered. Then died. Kai sighed. Seriously. He looked down. Empty fuel gauge. Of course. With a helpless laugh, he pushed the motorcycle toward the roadside. There was no money left for fuel until tomorrow. He would have to walk. Again. The rain became heavier. Luxury cars sped past. One splashed muddy water across his pants. The driver never even looked back. Kai simply continued walking. Life wasn't fair. He had learned that lesson years ago. Complaining wouldn't change anything. Near midnight, Kai finally finished his last delivery. Every muscle in his body ached. His feet felt like stone. Yet before going home, he stopped at a small pharmacy. The elderly owner smiled when he saw him. Medicine for your mother again? Kai nodded. Yeah. The old man handed him the package. You should take care of yourself too, son. Kai smiled politely. I will. But both of them knew he probably wouldn't. An hour later, Kai finally returned to his tiny apartment. The room was barely larger than a storage unit. The paint was peeling. The ceiling fan rattled loudly. The furniture was old. But it was home. Kai sat on the edge of his bed and counted the cash in his wallet. Not much. Just enough to get through the week. Hopefully. His phone buzzed. A message from Sophia appeared. Good night, heavy black heart. The exhaustion on Kai's face softened. He quickly replied. Good night. Sweet dreams. A few seconds later, she reacted with a heart emoji. That small gesture somehow made the entire day feel worthwhile. Kai lay down and stared at the cracked ceiling. He was tired, poor, overworked, and uncertain about the future. Yet despite everything, he still believed things would eventually get better. What he didn't know was that the woman he loved was already preparing to leave him. What he didn't know was that fate had finally started paying attention to him. And what he definitely didn't know was that in just a few days, a mysterious system would descend into his life. A system capable of turning a man with nothing into someone the entire world would one day envy. To be continued. The Return on Everything Chapter 2, A Secret. Meeting the next morning, Kai woke up before sunrise. The alarm rang at exactly 5 a.m. His body begged for more sleep. But sleep didn't pay bills. With a tired sigh, he forced himself out of bed and prepared for another day of work. Before leaving, he checked his phone. A message from Sophia had arrived. Good morning, heavy black heart. A small smile appeared on his face. No matter how exhausted he felt, her messages always seemed to brighten his day. He quickly replied. Good morning. Have a great day. Then he left for work. Across the city. Sophia sat in front of a large mirror inside an upscale beauty consultation center. Bright lights illuminated her face. Several photos were spread across the table. Each showed dramatic before and after transformations. A consultant stood beside her. This procedure will sharpen your facial structure. She pointed to another image. And this will improve your profile significantly. Sophia stared at the photos. Her eyes sparkled. She wasn't satisfied with being merely pretty anymore. She wanted perfection. She wanted luxury. She wanted attention. Most importantly, she wanted a life far beyond anything Kai could provide. Her phone vibrated. A message from Kai. Have a great day. Sophia stared at it briefly. Then locked her screen without replying. A black luxury car stopped outside the center. The door opened. A tall young man stepped out. Expensive suit. Luxury watch. Confident smile. Adrian Sterling. One of the city's most famous young masters. Every employee immediately greeted him respectfully. Sophia stood up. A smile appeared on her face. Adrian. Adrian smiled back. So, you've decided. Sophia nodded. I want the procedure. Good. He sat across from her. You have potential. Her heart skipped a beat. Really? Adrian laughed softly. Of course. Otherwise I wouldn't waste my time. Sophia lowered her eyes shyly. For months, Adrian had been introducing her to a completely different world. Luxury hotels, exclusive parties, designer brands. Everything she had dreamed about. Everything Kai couldn't give her. Meanwhile, Kai was unloading heavy packages inside a warehouse. Sweat covered his forehead. His supervisor shouted from across the building. Kai, move those boxes faster. Coming. Without complaint, Kai continued working. He needed the overtime pay. Especially now. Recently, Sophia had hinted that she was facing a serious problem. Something urgent. Something important. She hadn't explained everything yet. But Kai had already made up his mind. If she needed help, he would find a way. No matter the cost. That evening. Sophia finally called him. Kai answered immediately. Hey. Her voice sounded hesitant. Kai, can we meet tomorrow? His expression became serious. Of course. I need to talk to you about something important. His heart tightened. Is everything okay? A long silence followed. Then she quietly replied. No. I need your help. Kai immediately sat upright. What happened? I'll explain tomorrow. The call ended. Kai stared at his phone. A bad feeling settled in his chest. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Yet he never considered refusing. Because to him, Sophia wasn't just his girlfriend. She was the person he had planned his entire future around. And if she needed him, he would do everything he could to help. Even if it cost him everything. To be continued.